All right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are about a minute and a half away from market open this morning. We had some data coming out this morning. Everything was pretty good as far as numbers wise. The only thing that was a little negative was the initial jobs claims came in a little bit higher than expected. Not too bad, though. Market is kind of just trading in a range right now. Let's see what we get at market open. Let's see where the volatility index is once we open. Let's see what we can get today. Hopefully we get a little bit of a better market today. I didn't take any trades yesterday. Market was just too choppy, too much volatility, and I'm not willing to risk my account for choppiness. So hopefully we can get a little bit of a better market today. So about 30 seconds away from market open. See what we get. Let's see what kind of reaction we get this morning. All right, here we go. New York session is open. Okay. Da, 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 da. Waiting for the volatility index to update here also. How was everyone's day yesterday? Anybody make any trades? Wins, losses? Oh, maybe I should make those channels too in the Discord. What do you guys think? Should we put a section in there for wins and losses? We can post our wins and losses there. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Beautiful. So volatility index is much lower than yesterday, but still above 100. I'm hoping that we drop today. We did have pretty good numbers this morning. Nvidia's earnings report yesterday was good. Yeah. All right. I'm getting a little push this morning. Still some volatility though. Get a little bit of volatility. It'd be nice if we can drop below, pick a direction today. Maybe actually get our bounce off of our trend line. You can see here how, we peaked below, we pushed back up and closed above. Did the same thing yesterday, peaked below, pushed back up and closed above. Today we peaked below and hopefully we continue to push back up, maybe targeting this area of imbalance here on the day chart. That would be nice. Yep. We look pretty good for maybe a bounce today. That would be nice if we can just get a direction. I did mark out this area of imbalance left behind on the 15-minute chart here, pre-market. This was left behind in previous session last night. So if we do start to tumble, I would imagine that we might be targeting this area here. It could just be an area of interest. Doesn't mean it has to come back here. It's just an area of interest, just based off of what was left in previous session. So I put it on there just so that if we do end up falling, we have an idea of where price may be falling to. Otherwise, if we can break some daily highs here, we might have some upside today. Right now, we're still just trading sideways. And the overall trend for the day, based on previous sessions today, is an upward trend. Futures were a little down this morning, I believe. But that doesn't really mean anything. We'll see. We'll see if we can push above the highs of the day. All right. Let's see what we get here. Here we go. Now we're starting to get a little momentum to the upside. I like it. For anybody who's interested, the tax bill that went to the House, which includes no taxes on overtime and no taxes on tips, passed the House and is on its way to the Senate, where I believe it will most likely pass there too. Wouldn't that be nice? Be able to work overtime and not get taxed on it. Whew, that's a raise all by itself. Hmm. All right. Come on. Let's get some movement. Let's see where we are. We're just about at previous highs. It'd be very, very, very nice if we can push above there and keep this momentum to the upside. Or, you know, just fall. One or the other. Just pick a direction. That's all I ask. Pick a direction. Snowflake surges 13% on earnings beat as company expands AI push. See, the AI thing um, really helped this upwards movement in the market, and I think that it's going to continue this year, so long as we don't get any surprise catalysts in the economy or in the world, really. You know, no new wars or no pandemics. You know, none of this stuff. If we can keep the world at bay, small feat. Um, I think we definitely have some room this year to make some all-time highs, especially with AI leading the way. All right. Apparently, the market said we don't want to go higher. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, this volatility is a killer. Okay. I mean, this is fine. Pick a direction. That's all I ask. Pick a direction. Give us an entry, and we'll take it from there, right? Uh, let's see here. Do, 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 do. See how this candle closes. We have a break in structure with this candle here. Oops. Maybe an area of imbalance here. It's kind of a large one, but hey, whatever. Boom, boom. Okay. This would actually kind of coincide with, well, it's not yeah, the 15-minute opening range here is just going to be wildly large. So I don't even know if that's worth plotting today, to be honest with you. Okay. Pushing lower. Are we headed towards that area of imbalance on the 15-minute chart that I plotted out here? Possible. Let's see. Volatility starting to climb again. We do have a couple of other things coming out at 10 a.m. New home sales, I believe, which has like a medium impact. Yeah, pending home sales. Pending home sales, month over month and year over year. Yeah, a bunch of Fed speeches today. Hammock, Harker, Fed Bar speaks at 10. So, like I said, maybe some continued volatility throughout the day today. We get our numbers tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll get something on the Friday. Um, but we got a lot of important data coming out next week also. So it just is what it is. It just is what it is. All right, so we are now entering that area of imbalance on the 15-minute chart that was left behind from previous session today. We're actually about to blow right through it. And there we go. Blew right through it. So yeah, and it's actually coincided with the 1 hour chart here. You can see there's an area of imbalance on the 1 hour chart here also. Um, we can actually maybe expand this a little bit because this one might be a little bit stronger. All right. So that's a 1 hour chart area of imbalance, which we have entered and have not yet disrespected, although we are getting some pretty good selling pressure here. It's a big sell off here. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're peaking. Are we going to blow through this one too? Are we? I don't even need this one because we're just leaving back behind imbalance, imbalance, imbalance. Like all of this probably on the 15-minute. We'll draw it out later. It's probably going to be an imbalance. So price can re-enter into this area here anywhere. This actually, I mean, getting a little respect here off of this area of imbalance from the 1 hour chart. Hey now. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I would have to see a little confirmation, though, I think, for myself. This would be a risque trade. We might be getting a little bounce here. I like this setup. It is most certainly respecting the 1 hour balance here. And we're getting a very nice bullish candle coming off of the bottom there. It's just a very wide stop, which, in all honesty, in uh, market structure like today, might be a good thing. Let's see what else we get in here. Let's take a look at what the 15 looks like. It's a pretty decent push down, but we are respecting this area here, which again was left behind on the 1 hour chart. So we only got 13 minutes left for this 1 hour candle to close, though. This would be super risky to trade off of this before that candle closes. Yes, it could bounce back up and go the complete opposite direction. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but it also could continue to the downside with the selling pressure that we've had so far, especially over the past few days, right? Hmm. Yeah. And we have some data coming in about 12 minutes also. So I think a little too risky for my taste to get in now. We will let. Oh, excuse me. I didn't get much sleep last night. Maybe we'll let this the 1 hour and the 4 hour candle close first. Um, see how price reacts to the data that also comes out at 10. So we have both of those larger time frame candles close at 10, and then we have some data that comes out at 10 as well. So maybe we'll get some consolidation in here, which would be nice. until those candles close, and then we'll see a direction one way or the other. If we push out of this pretty quickly, um, yeah, I don't know. We might have some continued downside again today. I mean, yeah, okay. If you look at the 4 hour, we had a really nice push down, and now we're just getting some consolidation here. This could just be consolidation before a continued move down, right? And we just pushed past that area of imbalance that I marked out on the 1 hour. So for me, based on my rules, that area is no longer valid. You know, that's just me, my rules for my strategy. That doesn't mean that we're definitely continuing the move to the downside, but um, you know, I think the chances are pretty good. Oh, volatility is still climbing, also, which means that another choppy day possibly. Mm. It's just going to be one of those crappy weeks for trading. Mm. Just is kind of interesting, also, right here. Mhm. I'm going to get rid of this here now so that we're not confused by it. What I was looking at is this little area here, which we wicked into, and closed with a strong bearish candle here, indicating some continued downside. The question is how much? And again, in 9 minutes or 8 minutes, we have data and the 1 hour and 4 hour candles close. So I think I'm just going to wait. Let's see what the 4 hour looks very strong. Um, but, we also had this one yesterday too, and then had a complete um, reversal almost. So we definitely, we have support here. We may just be running back down to this same support line where we've bounced off of it now once and twice the past 2 days. So, yeah, even on the 15 here, you can see, what's today? Thursday. So Tuesday, we hit the support line and we got support with it. Wednesday, same thing. We hit the support a couple times here, bounced off. And so today, are we targeting the same thing? Or are we going to bounce off where we are here? Let's see. It looks like we might be targeting the same thing here. So are we going to hit this a third time? Are we going to get support? Are we going to break through it finally? We'll see. Volatility still on the climb. Yeah. So we're approaching that support. We're moving pretty strongly to it. Let's see what happens with price once we hit it or peak below it. It tends to peak below, obviously, and then move right back up above it. But so we got to bounce off of it. Pushing below, as we've done in the past. Left behind an area of imbalance here. Still pushing lower. Very interesting. I wonder if we're getting a sell-off today because of the article that came out about tariffs. So yesterday, President Trump had his first cabinet meeting. During the cabinet meeting, they announced that tariffs will pick back up for Mexico, Canada, and China April 2nd. That's what was announced yesterday during the cabinet meeting, interview, whatever. This morning, we had an article come out. It says Trump says Mexico, Canada tariffs will start March 4th, plus additional 10% on China. I wonder if we're getting this sell-off because of that. When did that article come out? There you go. $8.57. I mean, not really. Hmm. There's definitely some fear in markets all around, even in, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. They're all selling off too. Um, I mean, and honestly, we've had this rise for quite some time. So I wonder, is it time for a little rebalance, a little correction uh, before we move up to make new all-time highs? I don't know. And then how much of a correction do we need? Hmm, interesting. Still pushing down, but it kind of it's slowed down. We are 2 seconds away from these candles closing. We got data coming out. All right, let's see what we got. Pending home sales month over month. Ooh, negative 4.6. Expectation was negative 1.3. Yeah, we might be still waiting for the year over year numbers to come out. Yeah, I don't know. The market looks like it just wants to bleed today. Man, it's just moving too. Jeez. I'm pretty sure we've just pushed past. Yeah, we have. We broke previous lows. Yeah. All right, pending home sales year over year, negative 5.2%. I don't have a forecast here, but the previous was negative 5%. So that's also decreasing. So if we take a look here back on the 4-hour chart, very bearish candle here. And then we have pushed past the last resistance here, right? So we are now making lower lows, lower highs. We're still making lower highs, right? And now we're making lower lows on the 4-hour chart. So now we have to really start thinking about where are we going from here? Might have a support there, probably about right here, maybe. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't know. We got a little bit of a ways to go here. Hmm. Let's take a look at the 4-hour here. See if we can get a better idea of a support. Yeah, maybe right there. Right here. Eh, probably more likely in this area here, I would say. Let's just draw that out so that we have it. That looks pretty good right there. So we got a little bit of a ways to fall here. We got a little bit of a fall. So Here's the 15-minute chart. Let's see if we leave anything behind, see if we can catch something to the downside. Um, I highly doubt that we come back up here. Actually, we might be retracing into one right now, right? So let's mark this out real quick. Okay, break in structure with this candle here. Let's see how we respect here. This might give us an entry to continue to the downside. Just got to be really careful. If I do take a trade here, I think that I don't know, I might reduce my position size just in case. Yeah. Mm. Let's see how price reacts here. Could be a risky trade here, but based on this candle here, we might get a little movement up. Might actually get a retracement here because we are now in the next 4-hour candle, right? So we might get a little bit of a pullback. So we peeked through there. It doesn't really work for me now unless I unless I use it as an inverse, but that's super risky. We're clearly in a downtrend today. Mm, yeah, price looks like it wants to move up a little higher, even if it's just for a little retracement there. I don't know that I like this setup. Might have to wait for the retest of the support here. It might be what we're looking for. Which honestly might actually work out here. Let's see. Or we continue to the downside. I mean, I don't know. Volatility has skyrocketed since this morning. So, yeah, good times had by all. Hmm. I mean, this is a nice bearish candle here. I just don't like that we peaked up above the zone there. Mm. It was a nice bearish candle. Did not close that way. And that is why we wait for candles to close. I mean, I like the fact that we pushed past there. Mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't like it. That's the thing. So this is why I don't. If it peaks above our area of imbalance here, even if it's just a wick through, I'm telling you that the tendency is for it to come back and push back through. Um, yeah, I kind of almost want to run this as an inverse. It would just be really risky. Let's wait for some confirmation. Let's do this the right way. Let's wait for some confirmation. Our support line is here, which coincidentally is also sitting um, on an area of imbalance. So let's see if we're just coming back up to retest our support. Let's see if we peek into this area of imbalance. If we hold resistance, this is resistance now, I'm calling it support. Used to be support. Let's see if we're going to come back and retest now resistance and hold this area of imbalance. That might be the better trade to take to continue to the downside. Right now, I'd still be looking for shorts because we are in a very clear downtrend for the day, very strong push down. Um, we got to wait for the entry. So now, what I'd be looking for is a retest of what was support is now resistance if it holds. Let's see if we can come into this area of imbalance here, get respect, and then we'd probably continue to the downside. This no longer exists for me. This looks like the better trade to continue to the south. Otherwise, I will look for confirmation that we are getting a reversal, uh, and then we can possibly start to look for some upside. But we'll see. I would love to take this trade back down to lows. This would be a beautiful trade. It's a tight stop if we get respect here. Tight stop. Beautiful trade back down to lows here. So let's see if we can get some resistance here. I'm actually going to set myself up and prepare just in case here. All right. If we don't respect this area of imbalance here, then We got to start rethinking possible direction change. Well, we are starting to at least show a little bit of resistance here. Take profit would be back down at the previous lows here. I probably won't even be able to go that far, to be honest with you, which makes it even better. Let's see what we get. We are getting a little resistance here. I'd like price to come in, maybe close above, and then give me a bearish candle back out. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And then I'm just looking for a 2-to-1 trade off of that. And then that'll end the day for me. So let's see if we can get what we want here. Let's see how we look on the 15. About the 1 hour. See, we're retesting these lows here. Let's see if it holds. You know, that's all we can do is prepare. If it doesn't work out, then we prepare for what the next option could be. So let's see if we can get some resistance in this area here and get a nice bearish candle to the downside, and we might take that. I gotta cut the live a little short today because I have a pediatrician appointment for the boy. So let's see if we can get this trade in. At least get it in. I might leave it. If I can get into this trade before I have to head off, I might just leave the live up so that you guys can at least watch the trade. Then I can adjust stop loss and stuff while I'm out. But we are starting to get a little bit of resistance here. I like this. Let's see if it holds now. Hmm. All right. Moment of truth here, because if we push outside of this, It is no longer valid for me, and I will not take a short off of it. As we have seen in the last area of imbalance that I charted out a few minutes ago, once this peaks on the opposite side of the direction you're looking to go, majority of the times, not every single time, right? The majority of the time, it will come back and end up going in that direction. So this has to hold. Um, I really want to see a bearish candle now, a nice close, and then maybe I would like to take this short. I think that's, obviously the direction that we're going today. Volatility still increased, which makes me a little meh. But yeah, just not getting the signal candle that we want, you know, which means the bulls might have a little in them. I mean, you can see the price action is struggling here, but we have not gotten any kind of confirmation that we're going to continue to the downside. We're still playing around here. I need a good confirmation candle. It looks like it's starting to roll over. Yeah, we're just not getting the price action we need to the downside. Mm-mm. And anytime we push outside of this imbalance area, we're getting buyers stepping up. Okay, so that's all done for me. Nope. All done. Yeah, you're getting buyers now. So you might be getting your reversal here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see where we're headed. All right, so this is all done. Let's go back here and see what we got here. We have a break in structure with this 15-minute. We have another strong 15-minute here. We could be looking to fill this. Hmm. So honestly, at this point, I don't like taking trades in the middle of a range. All right, it's super, super risky, and most times you're going to end up getting stopped out because you have plenty of room to move within this range here. So here's what I'm looking at for the day. I'm looking for a retracement into this area of imbalance here, left behind by our morning little push down. Here, we're either going to respect, which a lot of times it does come back to our morning open, right? Here, we're going to respect and then possibly continue to the downside. So this is the target area now. We're either going to respect this and continue a move to the downside, or we're going to disrespect this and get a complete reversal, making new highs on the day, and then get our push to the upside. I just want to point out here, okay, over the past few days now, we are trading in a range, okay? You guys can see this. We are range trading now sideways on the 4-hour and daily chart. All right. So keep your targets manageable. All right. Keep your targets manageable. We are still very clearly in a downtrend. This is the 4-hour chart. We're still very clearly in a downtrend. We are consolidating now. Okay. And we are consolidating around a support, which is still a support here based on us being back above it, right? We're consolidating around a support and a trend line that is over a year strong. Okay, so we're going to get some range trading, it appears, in here, getting some consolidation uh, until we break out one way or the other, right? Um, this could end up being just another wick below this trend line here by the end of the day. Who knows? So my point is just be careful and don't look for these exaggerated targets today, right? Uh, don't trade in the middle of the range. I would say the safest bet is to wait for price to retrace into this area of imbalance here based off of the 15-minute chart and then take your short if we respect here. A lot of time the NASDAQ does retrace to market open in that general area uh, and then bounces off of it, right? It is something that does happen quite often. So just, keep it simple today. Understand that volatility is still increased. We have more data coming out tomorrow, more tariff talk, um, still some uncertainties. Hmm. All right, everyone. I'm going to end it today. Sorry it's so short today, but I got other things to do, and the market is, just messing around still. So instead of me staring at the charts all day, I'm going to go do some things. I got to bring the kiddo to the doctor's office, maybe take a nap because busy night at work last night. Yeah. So keep an eye on the charts, guys. Set some alerts. We set this area here, set an alert up here. If you're trading the NASDAQ, wait for price to enter this zone here. Maybe set an alert on the lower end, wait for price to enter, and then come back and see how price action happens um, within this area of imbalance here. It's good chances that we come up into this area here and then maybe push back to the downside again. We are, like I said, consolidating now in this just big range that I pointed out earlier. So just be careful. If you're going to take a trade, not financial advice. You guys don't have to listen to anything I say. Obviously, I'm no professional by any means, but I would just use caution. Maybe lower your position size so you're not risking as much as you normally do because volatility is high. Um, and look for uh, targets that are within reason. Don't be targeting anything that's outside of the range that of movement today, right? Because the chances of you hitting those targets are slim to none. So, if anything, take a 1-to-1 today. It's a win. A win is a win, right? Or don't trade. Stay out of the market. That's what I do. In these uncertain times, we got plenty of time to trade. It's only the end of February. We got plenty of time still to reach our goals. Don't rush anything. The market will smoothen out. It's the beginning of a new presidency. There's still some uncertainty. There's still fear mongering. The news is a bunch of BS. So let it work out. The market tends to price things in 6 months in advance. So once it kind of figures out what's going on with policies and this and that, it will smoothen out and we will have plenty of opportunities to kill it. All right. So with that being said, everyone, take it easy. Don't push it. Stay smart and stay in the green. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow.